Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching Attack on Titan, Season 1, Episode 24. Any female Titan?
Give ourselves a good
I don't even think it's deserved, dude.
for figuring that out.
I feel like it was so obvious and in your face, and that's why they went the route they did on episode 23, like, and from a storytelling perspective. Like, I feel like at that point, they assumed we knew.
Yeah, totally.
And it was very interesting how they did it, you know? Like, it was almost like we were Annie, in a sense. And the other characters, like, were the story.
We knew as much as she did in that specific instance. We were following her at the time, and anything she was hearing from the other characters in the show was what we thought was truth and what was actually going on.
Yeah, I just revoke what I just said. I retract it. I think that I think Annie was the mangaka, and we were Armin, Mikasa, and Eren. Like, we were like, we knew it was her. We're like coming up, and she's like, do they know? Do they know it's me? Do they know that I'm the female Titan? Do they know Annie's the female Titan? Then out of nowhere, we call all of our friends from around the neighborhood, and then they dogpile on top of her.
Oh, and the ring.
Yeah, and we're like, and that still like goes with the analogy, right? Mm-hmm. Like, us and all of our friends are like, yeah, fuck you, we got you, we knew it was you. And she was like, well, guess what? I'm gonna pull out this ring technology that you had no fucking clue about or had any guess or inkling existed in this world. And now we're back to what the fuck's gonna happen. We're in the middle of a populated city, and we're in the walls, and what? You know, like, it's Do we fight this?
I don't.
We have to.
We're in the walls. Everyone has been cleared out of this specific area in the city. Probably not very far out. Probably just in a more compact area have been cleared out.
Yeah.
So, female Titan can run pretty fast.
The ground the two Titans would cover fighting.
Yeah, is a lot bigger than what I imagine they have cleared.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they think, oh, well, we had all these people to dogpile her, so...
They didn't account for...
To keep her from biting her hand.
Yeah.
And now I don't... Do we use Eren here? Is Levi around?
Levi, I don't know if he's still hurt. I don't know...
Depends how hurt his ankle was.
Yeah, I mean, like, off the top of my head, I'm like, okay, Eren transforms. He's not even gonna fucking listen to his team or to any authority suggesting not to, because he's gonna remember what happened to all of our friends in Petra, and he's just gonna transform right when he can after he saw Annie transform. Mm-hmm. He's gonna have Mikasa's help. He's gonna have Armin's help. Probably the rest of the group. Jean's probably gonna like take his wig off, join the battle. And
but the issue there is then you have the military police all around you as well. And are the military police going to take you, like Eren Titan fighting the female Titan, as an opportunity to also kill or try to kill Eren? I think it's a very dangerous situation. Like, we don't know if like Eren could possibly take female Titan. I mean, there's the hardening aspect. So, like, originally Eren lost. But, you know, when you learn... He learned from Annie really quickly when, like, in training. When they were both in human form. Eren's a quick learner. And he can pick up tips and tricks from his opponents. And he can learn from them. So, did he learn anything from fighting female Titan the first time? Would he be smarter this time? Would he know what to look out for? Especially with Mikasa there, and Mikasa saw the hardening too.
You know,
but then the military police are involved, and so I'm like, they're in this little area of the city that...
You make a really good point. Like, Aaron is really a really quick learner. We
He's
saw it in
adaptable.
his, like, how he took what Annie did to him in their first fight and used it against Jean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless miraculously Aaron knows how to harden parts of his body, I don't think there's any chance he wins, because, like, I don't even think Annie in Titan form defeated Aaron in Titan form with a hardening technique. It was just like a roundhouse kick. It was just like, it was nuts. Like, she's just so experienced,
Maybe
and it
he would
seemingly has
try
been
the same
training for this
kick.
all her life.
Yeah.
Like, we saw the flashback of her, I think younger. That's what I took it
Yeah.
from, what I assumed to be her father, training her in hand-to-hand combat. I don't know how well that helps you in ODM gear fighting Titans, but I sure as hell know how much it helps you fighting other Titans as a Titan, you know?
Yeah, it's either a human fighting human technique or a Titan fighting Titan.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, man. I a lot of damage.
That's just interesting in general that she was trained so heavily in fighting basically peers, people of the same, people instead of these giant creatures that have infiltrated the world and changed life as you know it for so many years. It's just interesting that that's how she was trained as a kid. And it's like, what is her past? Who was the person that trained her? Father? What is their story? And I think Annie opens up that question, just that little flashback of her past. And then it reminds me of the courtroom, like, mural of, like, humans fighting humans. That it's not just a war of, like, people aren't, like, allied together all in this unison great force that has no issues to fight the Titans. It's like, people are people, and there's groups that have different ideas, and there's going to be infighting no matter what the circumstance, or no matter what foe you all have in common, because people are going to disagree.
Yeah. We had a couple cool lines last episode regarding, like, Annie's, like, I guess, viewpoint on morality. Did you have any written down? She definitely said something when she was talking to her military police friends Hitch and Marlowe, I believe.
Marlowe, yeah.
About how she doesn't want the people, like, the civilians not doing anything, like, dragged along with, like, the higher ups or the people in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely butchered
She talked
that.
a lot about the weak. The quotes I have down are just asking myself the question, does Annie think she is actually weak? Because she was in her conversation with Aaron about not wanting to go in the underground. She was like, oh, I'm just a weak girl. And then in her conversation with Armin, it was about how there's not a good person for everyone. But later on, she said that she was glad she could be a good person to Armin.
Yeah.
Which is just so, like, her whole character opens up these themes of what is weak versus strong. Why does she see Aaron as this kind of he could turn the tides type person?
Do you think that she sees him like that? Like,
when she was talking to Marlowe, it kind of seemed like she thought that there's this type of person who has great ideas. And Marlowe was like, would your friend have, like, done this?
and then she said, I don't know. Like, maybe. Like, I think that she looks at Aaron and his way of thinking and his life, like, admirably, and, like, it's really nice thoughts, man, but in this world, thoughts aren't gonna get you anywhere. And that brings into the whole question of, is it Hitch was the one that looked like Spock, or is that Marlowe? Marlowe. So Marlowe, like, I love his character and how, like, from what we were introduced to him by, and, like, how he mirrors Aaron. But if you're going to be just at the ground level and, like, try to call out your superiors, you're never going to get the world you strive for because you'll never be promoted. You have to seemingly, it could be the cynical side of me, have to play the game, as fucked up as it may be, in order to get to the top and then make change. And
Which is what she was the point she was trying to get across to Marlowe from before he even went up to the superiors about them selling the gear.
Yeah. And definitely so what I was alluding to with a lot of good lines was Armin saying, like, I don't think there's any one person who's good for everyone. And him saying, like, my definition of good is different than yours and everybody else's. Like, if you don't help me on my goals, does that mean you're a bad person? And I love that aspect of the show that we've kind of delved into, that there's like there is no easy right or wrong. I don't know where that leads us.
It's honestly so spot on to like what, and like it's hard to be like, oh, the show is spot on to reality, because obviously we don't have Titans. And
we do have humans, though.
Yeah, but it's just like the questions it opens about morality and the themes of like good person versus bad person. How do you even define that? It's all just very kind of realistic, that everyone's thoughts and feelings about those themes are going to differ, and they're even sometimes going to differ purely on if you have some sort of connection or bond with someone prior to hearing what good or bad thing they did. Because like for Annie as an example, all of her friends are going to feel differently about any bad decisions she made, possibly, than any people who have never met her. And they're maybe going to be more conflicted. They're going to want to know, they're going to see that there might be more of a gray area there of, why did she do this thing that I think is bad? Maybe she had a reason to her that was good to do this bad thing.
Yeah, I like it. It's such like it's such a moral conundrum when it comes down to it, because yeah, we're following the Scout Regiment. We're following Eren, Armin, and Mikasa and their idea of what is right and wrong, and we understand why they're doing what they're doing and why they believe what they believe. But what I think last episode reinforced is what makes their idea of right any more right than Annie's idea of right. We don't know her motive when it comes down to it. We don't know her reasonings when it comes down to it, really. So, like, what makes our squad right other than it having more people on their side?
Yeah. And we know that people in our squad have done things that a lot of people would say were bad.
Yeah.
Like Mikasa and Eren as kids, killing those people that murdered Mikasa's family. Like, like, well, you could say that they shouldn't have, like, physically attacked the criminals in the way that they did, and and is revenge even a good thing,
It's so interesting. Yeah. There's so many different layers to the show. I don't know. Now we're just going into like,
I know, but Annie is I think we're going into all of these questions and talking about the theme of bad person, good person, because that's really that's what Annie brings about in conversation, especially now that we've gotten pretty much confirmation that she's the female Titan after all of these episodes of us thinking that she is. Mm-hmm. She literally is the device to really open that question to us of good person, bad person. Are you a good person for everyone? Is that even possible? Are you doing a bad thing, but you're still a good person? Are you doing a good thing for some people? She really opens up that theme. She's
obviously,
like a perfect example.
She's killed a lot of people, primarily people that we love, right? The people like who come to mind, like Petra, I know that there are more than like Olo than Petra. I'm just attaching her name to it because I liked Petra a lot. Like she killed those people, so of course we're gonna think bad. Is that a literary device to throw us off the trail of like, is she bad? What is her reasoning for killing these people? Because if Annie just wanted to cause havoc and Annie just wanted destruction, don't you think that she would have
Right.
done, like, just killed Aaron, don't you think she would have done something different? Like, it's very specific, like her actions, and I don't know her motive.
Right. You brought up, I don't know if it was about Attack on Titan, but you brought up the Home Depot color swatch idea of how many shades of white there are and how many shades of black there are, how many shades of good, how many shades of bad, black and white, there's gray in the middle, you know? And I feel like Annie is a device to murk it all up. Annie's a device to kick the cans of paint over and kind of blur the lines between good and bad. I don't know what her reasons are, but I feel like because we've grown to like know her first as this possible friend, that the friend group and the main squad has this really big gut-wrenching, like heart-wrenching issue right now of finding out that their friend is possibly against them and they can't understand why. I think she could possibly, as long as her motive isn't just havoc and carnage, could
Which I don't
be
think
a great
it is.
example of kind of making everything a little bit more confusing of who is in the right here, who do we root for, who do we hope succeeds, whose mission is the most righteous.
I can imagine that her motive's something like, I just thought that we could build a world together, Aaron, since we're both similar in that way. Like, I could see that, but like...
It's like, was the crying because Aaron was taken away?
Yeah, but no, that's a great example, like, because then
her mission failed.
If it was that simple of an answer, then you have to answer why she was so emotional enough to cry, why she's a Titan in the first place, how she is, why she has a ring. Like, there's so many other layers and so many other...
Why didn't she want to kill Aaron?
That, like, I don't know. I just feel like I need to hear something from her mouth, like, as her motive and whatever. Obviously, that's not going to happen unless we can capture her, which I don't even feel optimistic about really at the moment, so... Yeah. I don't know.
I don't feel... It would be weird to me if we captured Annie. It just seems like... It feels like that's not gonna happen in, like, my, like, gut right now.
Yeah.
Like, how's that... How? We couldn't do it earlier, you know? Or is Levi and all the other, like, really great, talented scouts even around in this specific area right now?
I imagine they will be. It's episode 24 of an anime. Usually the last two episodes of an anime are action-packed or something like that, right?
Oh, so the whole...
I'm thinking that shit's gonna go down.
This is big.
I just don't know what the outcome's gonna be, but...
Are we gonna get flashback? Because remember we were wondering who Armin even freaking told?
Yeah.
About thinking Annie
I'm thinking that might be how this episode starts, or maybe we find out, like, after the fact.
Okay. Well,
you ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's right. Mikasa, Eren, and Armin are all kind of, like, on their way out, right?
So we got a little flash there of...
So do you think Armin went to Erwin with his information, and that's what led him to announce that?
That also opens the question of how freely can an underling speak to a commander, you know?
I think that if Eren vouched for Armin, he would be fine.
We know that, like, pixies liked Armin, so...
Is he resting from his ankle?
All the people that are a part of the plan.
I love staking everything on one plan.
I know.
Sick.
Well, we know that didn't happen. So he's supposed to...
それを割り出したのはアルミンだ。君たち104期訓練兵の同期である可能性がある。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと。
That's a cool
I
transition.
love that they didn't say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super freaking cool.
I like the visual of her like becoming the Titan from the back.
Oh, but all those people that jumped on her are dead.
Jesus.
Plan B. How many plans do you have?
Aaron transforms as planned.
Mm-hmm. I literally just went like that, thinking she knows where the tunnels are.
There's a grate above them as well. Why?
Is it not doing anything?
No. Maybe it's not specific enough, like his goal?
Is it because he doesn't actually want to fight her?
Or because it's not like a specific goal?
Specific goal.
Oh, the sound too.
Didn't.
It is that. So there can't. It has to be unwavering. Look at her eyes.
Whoa. Marcos.
Yep. We didn't see Marco die, did we?
Mm-mm.
Do you think Annie killed him?
Don't say that.
I think Annie's face. Thank you.
Thank
you, Mikasa. I was worried nobody was gonna talk about it.
Oh, interesting dynamic here.
Fighting stance. Yeah. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Yeah, it freaking did.
Maybe that's what he was like staring at when he she chopped his head off.
We were wondering.
It reminded him of that
For
moment.
a split second, he was thinking it.
Whoa.
Come on. I hope what Mikasa's doing is gonna work.
You gotta do something, dude.
Is this their last-ditch effort to get him to transform?
I think so.
He loves them more than anything.
Don't have a choice.
Is that shaking him?
Oh! I got
You had
worried
me
for a
worried
second.
there for a
yeah.
second.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize he got, like, directly hit by that. The animation's really good here.
All those falling rocks.
All the military police have never seen anything like this, you know?
ここはいい状況を見てこい了解ですといいナイルすぐに全兵を派兵しろ巨人が出現したと考えるべきだここはウォールシーナだぞ巨人など現れるわけがないだ家が戦争ごっこはもう終わりだ二度とその名前で呼ぶなよでも行きます装備は第4班から受け取れ了解威勢がいいのはいいが
Hell yeah, Jean.
Jean!
Are we gonna get to see him, like, full-on fight?
I think so!
Levi's sitting out. He's hurt. You heard the explosion, too. I hate the military police so much.
I know. Slackers. He wanted to join! I could have been one of them.
Honestly, I just try to kill it. Whoa!
That was cool!
Jesus, the blood splatter.
It knows how gear works.
Mikasa back in the fray. Whew! Damn.
Once I remember that scene. Is there something through his chest
It looks
now?
like it. Looks like in his shoulder. He's conscious.
Oh, Jean!
The animation, dude.
Budget on this episode. Hanji. Oh!
That's for Sonny and Bean, bitch.
Hanji's getting payback.
What is that?
This is elaborate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this Plan C?
I wondered how many plans there were.
What's Plan D? Whoa, the pupil. Her eyes.
The leg sweep. Nice. It's all ramping up.
Oh!
How?
animation, dude. She knows. Player 2.
Oh!
Oh my god! Dude, I get so much adrenaline when he transforms.
Oh, this should have been a movie.
Oh my god. It
Why
had
couldn't
movie
this
quality
have-
animation.
Why couldn't this episode and the next episode have just been one
I
episode?
want to watch his transformation here again. That was beautiful. Erwin's face. Holy shit. Do you think they're reacting to the lightning here or the sound?
There's brightness.
There's no way
There's no way it's not a light.
Yeah.
Because look, it's illuminating his face.
Yeah.
There's no way it's just an effect for us. Because they're literally showing it in the art on the actual people.
Dude, did you notice like how many times they drew like crazy eye detail in this episode? Like I feel like more than anything.
There was a lot of detail in this episode.
Yeah.
All the rocks falling, you know, like everything was just
Mikasa's eyes telling Eren like confronting Eren about why he's not like fully ready to fight Annie.
I was expecting her to say those things, but not be drawn in that way.
It was way scarier than I thought she could be drawn. Didn't she say something like it's not like
Oh, and there was more sound effects in this episode too, for like blood and him biting his hand.
Yeah, definitely. It was brutal. I want to read the mid-rolls.
Thought I was watching like a zombie thing or something.
Wall Sina encloses the capital and about 200,000 people. Residency requires special permission and is technically restricted to the royal family and their relatives.
So all the people we see are all...
One may also earn residency rights through, what does that say?
Just through having great merit
service in the
their
garrison
service.
or military police, which is
But
considered
not the
dishonest
scouts.
or damage to
Interesting.
refugee. Huh. That's even more fucked up than, like...
It makes more sense now that the poor people that join them to go through training were like, I want to have a nice life. I'm gonna either join the garrison or the military police, and then I can be in the capital.
The fucking like imagery right here, like citizenship, it's like a nice pristine hand with a robe and a bracelet. Then this bloodied hand with literal like skulls with like crosses on it. Like
Reaching out.
yeah, like do you think like maybe once you reach a certain of number like of titans killed, you get to be able to retire
It says merit.
Yeah.
But then again, they're saying service in the garrison or military police. So I don't think it's
not
Titans.
scouts. Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it this way. I don't know if a lot of scouts get to the age of retirement.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah, so I don't know what merit would a garrison or military police being corrupt and just making it to the top.
Big true.
What merit do they have? Because they're not doing anything. They're playing card games and drinking.
You know, I am so glad that Marco's death wasn't just like it didn't just happen
And then mean nothing.
literally.
Because now you asked a perfectly great question. Did Annie got Marco's gear?
Correct.
When Jean happened upon Marco, and he's the one character that we don't know like how he died.
He was like half eaten though, right?
No, I don't think he was like eaten. He was just it looked almost like he had been like, he was just very bloody and like gaunt. So it looked more like if something had thrown him or like smashed him, not like eaten. Right?
God, I don't know.
Because we didn't. It wasn't like that one the boyfriend who it was just like an edit thing that he wasn't supposed to have legs. It was like I don't think to me he didn't look eaten. He looked more just I don't know. But like we don't know where he was and what he was doing. Was Annie with them?
I
With
think
John
Annie was definitely
and Marco
with them.
and them?
Yeah.
Now it makes me want to go back and see like Annie's movements in those scenes before Marco's death.
Yeah. This is so weird seeing now. Wow.
Oh, can we? Oh,
She did like a leg sweep there.
it was a leg, but it wasn't high up.
Yeah. Still interesting,
Isn't
right?
it because that's how humans really are? The more equipped you are to fight, the further away you get.
Jeez.
Oh wait, that was kind of a kick, right?
Kind of. It wasn't the exact same thing, but
No.
that being said, like where do you think this farce begins?
That language, this farce.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the better equipped you are to fight Titans, the farther your son. We've talked about that since the start of the series.
So they've been giving us little nuggets that Annie was going to be in some form of opposite circle opposition from like very early on.
Very interesting. Because honestly, that's one of the reasons why I liked her character so much in those early episodes. And it's also one of the reasons why I suspected she was the female Titan from the beginning. Because of how, not because of anything even that she said, but just like as a character in a story, like she had so much to her to just be dropped off and never looked at again.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think also the personality they painted for her, it's always interesting when it's the person that doesn't seem to go along with the friendship and camaraderie that everyone else starts to go along with and is still kind of focused on their own goals. Like they don't have time to become buddy, or it's not worth it. And interesting.
You know, there's one thing I've learned.
Is it that you hate the military police?
More specifically, if I ever think I ever, in my entire life, will ever be happy or get something out of this thing that we call life, like Erwin opening up ODM gear from my fucking chest to put it on, everything good in the world will always be stopped by Niall Dawk. That motherfucker. I fucking hate him.
Why are you like, go fight the frickin' thing that
what
could
you're doing
actually
is treasonous.
hurt the crown, if that's what you care about.
Fucking love Levi. I'm starting to wonder if your brains don't even live up to that sorry excuse of a beard. Get fucked, bro. Ugh.
And none of them are doing anything. Because none of them have frickin' fought a Titan in their frickin' life.
You know how they brought up, like, in the mid-roll, like, that they were all part of, like, the royal family or whatever?
Yeah, it's like, they're either a part of the family or, like, just really close with the family and or
Residency requires technically restricted to the royal family and their relatives.
Yeah.
Do you think there's, like, incesty stuff going on?
Well, how else would you get 200,000 people that are part of the royal family or their relatives?
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
I loved seeing
they're all
Hanji.
related.
We know that she was thinking about Sonny and being in this moment, right?
Yeah. But also she was thinking about the freaking research she could do.
Yeah.
She was kind of epic in that scene where she had the blade right at the eye.
Definitely. But then I'm like reminded that everything, like in our two captures of the female Titan, both of them have been thwarted shortly after characters talking their talk.
I know. Levi and now Hanji.
Yeah.
But
The
also,
pupil.
like,
Oh.
Hanji said it wasn't enough stuff. Like, they didn't have enough
Yeah.
to keep her down. And I'm like, what's enough?
Yeah, honestly.
Is anything enough to keep?
Look at how cool this is, like, her pupil change here. Isn't that awesome?
I didn't even notice that. That's really freaking
So cool.
Still has the hand on the neck, too.
Oh, she looks so crazy. I love it.
I was hoping we got more Hanji.
I'm not saying that, like, oh my god, this is the best show ever because of this reason, but I love the show even more because of it. Like, I don't think I've seen, like, one frame where they haven't drawn Mikasa's scar on that she got from Eren. Like, I
can't say that for the other episodes, but for this one, because I would have to check.
I've been
But,
looking out, like,
this
every episode.
They had it in every, like, even there, like, close up, they have it. The details.
I love it. It's like, that's something that could like be easily missed and forgiven even, but super cool.
I'm not surprised that Eren had the biggest issue with being okay with saying that it was Annie without evidence, or coming up with a plan to stop her in order to check to see if Annie was the female Titan. It's just like Armin and Mikasa, for Armin's sake, he may be nervous, or he may be still second guessing himself slightly. I don't know. They always draw like the little sweat droplet on him, but it's clear that he recognizes that he can make good decisions.
Yeah.
And he has good intuition. He's trusting himself now. And he's trusting that he can help his friends, and he's not useless, and he can be good for them. And honestly, if you ask Armin that question of, is he a good person for everyone, he'd probably say, I just care about being a good person for Mikasa and Eren.
I agree.
And Mikasa would probably say maybe just Eren, but like Armin might be allowed to be in there a little bit. I don't know. And then Eren's like, I want to be a good person for everyone.
Yeah.
It's interesting that he's kind of having, it's what did Armin say? Oh, that you have to get rid of your humanity a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Annie is like what he said. Like, we've gotten this twice now in the series, like a hint of romance in any type of light. Like, Mikasa's like, do you have certain feelings for her? Is that what's stopping you in regards to Annie? And I'm like...
And it's very specific language to say, sir. It's not like, do you not want to stop her because she's our friend? That's a different implication there. With
I took the different implication and ran with it, bro. I'm like, is Mikasa, like, a little jelly? Like, is she a little, like, peanut butter and jealous right here? Like, do you think that... Or do you think she's, like, also just saying it to kind of, like, snap Eren out of it? God. I love how the show's drawn, dude. Holy. This is such a good episode, dude. And even though this is an amazing episode, I feel like it's a build-up to next episode, too.
Jean was great. And he's like, I'm tired of hearing you call me.
Rips off his wig, and then that dude's like, what? I love this, like, rips off his wig, and this, like, helpless bystander's like, oh my god!
I've been duped.
Yeah. Ugh. Erwin just needs to, like, kill this dude. Keep going.
This is the last ditch thing before they got through the, like... They were basically in the last stop before they could no longer basically keep Eren from getting handed over.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Everything's coming to a head right now of just, we need to both deal with the female Titan and try to prove that Eren should stay with us all in one swoop.
The shots that we had of Titan Eren, like, coming to the battlefield, like, we had one, like, through a window.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and all the glass broke.
Yeah, great. That was so cool, dude. I love, like, little cinematic shots.
I didn't know why they showed the cat with the blood next to it. I was like, kitty, run away.
It's interesting imagery, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't really know how to take it.
Is it because the animals aren't scared of Titans?
I don't know, man. It's something. But I love the imagery. Like, you just see, like, the rumble. Everybody look... Oh.
And I love the delayed effect before the glass breaks.
Yeah. Jeez.
He came up so fast she didn't even get a chance to fully turn around.
God. I love how it's drawn. I get so amped up and, like, my adrenaline just goes through me when I see, like, Titan Aaron.
What's the plan? Is it to get Annie out of there? Is it to kill? How do we even...
I am well, remember one of them said don't kill her, right? So I'm imagining it's trying to restrain her and figure out what the fuck's going on with her.
I thought he said don't try to kill her.
Either way.
Because then I took that as...
Oh, don't attempt to kill it.
Don't attempt to kill it because then you'll basically just die because she can harden and
that could
we're
totally
not
be it.
strong enough for her.
That's a good...
That's what I took from
yeah.
it, but we don't really know what...
I imagine ideally they'd want her alive, right?
I mean, ideally, yes, Hanji would love to have her alive, and but she has that ring. They don't fully understand. I don't know.
They bring up like shit a lot of in this show. Like he's probably constipated after
having a rough
yeah.
day.
Like I feel like this is like a through point through the first season so far. Like we've had like shove it up their butt is a way to kill the Titan. Remember that from like an early episode?
So they like butts and butt stuff.
I bet Ant-Man could kill a Titan.
Yes, Ant-Man versus Titan. That's what
such
we
a cool
need.
fight.
Instead of being able to get bigger,
Get
all of the
smaller.
scouts need to learn how to get smaller.
If they had Ant-Man technology, that's a wrap, bro. That's a wrap.
Ugh. I just can't even think about, like, Aaron moving when he had that thing through his chest. It, like, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Are you kind of bummed that Levi's not in the fight? Do you think there's a reason, like, do you think he just, like, he would make it unfair to the female Titan? Do you think if they had Levi in the fight, it'd just be, like a wrap? Like, it'd be that easy? So they had to take him out, almost?
I don't know if I thought maybe he's not in the fight because of this more, this atmosphere with person against person, and he's kind of the right-hand man of Erwin.
I mean, he didn't get ODM gear here.
I know, but I wonder if it's to show that, like, they aren't up to anything. I don't know. Because why wouldn't they send Levi that way? Levi's the best. I don't know.
I want to see Erwin fight so bad.
Did he break his ankle? Did he twist it?
It looked pretty fucking serious, whatever it was.
It was serious enough for him to not move freely as much as he wanted to.
I like Levi's admiration of Jean when he says, it's good to see someone that has balls to go.
And don't forget to do your damnedest to stay alive.
Levi is such a badass,
and then
dude.
Sean runs by and sees all those military police, and I love that he comments on the fact that that was almost him.
Me too.
I'm so glad to see him. I just kind of be like, wow, what changed? Why did I not want to do that?
Look at this shit.
It's so fancy.
Is it fancy, or is it just in a fancy case?
Well, I'm sure he gets the, like, best of the best equipment, even though I don't even know if we've seen him, like, fight with it. Look at all those rich people. I didn't even look at all how they're dressed. You can tell they're the rich
There's
people.
so much attention to detail in this show, dude. I love it. I love it. I always get worried when I see, like, nameless brave faces going towards battle in this show. Then I get nervous when I see named brave faces go towards battle.
And they realized that Annie knows how
to use ODM
gear
gear
works, therefore she knows that she can grab their wires and use it against them.
That's like it's an implication that we know, but it's very like specific and such a good detail to point out because it does give her such an advantage because she's so good at it. Like she's so good with it.
Right, and it also makes you wonder how much did they fill anyone in on anything about the female
Probably
Titan?
not a lot of people. I imagine just the people in that room, right?
Well, I mean, why I'm wondering that is to Erwin, is this confirmation of who the spy is and he doesn't need to worry about another spy? Is he still worried there might be other spies?
Who's the girl?
Is she a strategist?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't recognize her. Maybe we'll learn about her. I mean, she has to be important to have entered the room with Erwin.
Dude, I'm so excited for next episode. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. I think we touched on everything. I still hold true to thinking that I wish this was a movie, these 2 episodes. Because it was ramping up. The music was ramping up.
I think after next episode finishes and we record it, I'm going to like go back on my own time and watch these 2 episodes in a row. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.